So we're chugging a beer because we're with Fish, we're with Poker Ash, we're with Suited Superman. This is gonna go horrible for me. I'm not gonna do this. This is not gonna go well. Welcome to LA.
1, 2, go.
He got an early start. Nobody could beat him. He finished.
Who's in last place? Last place. Who's in last place? Ash, you and Brantzen. Or do it. Do it.
Go, Ash, go, Ash.
Do it. Chuck, look, you can beat him. You don't want to be last.
Yeah, you don't
You can beat him.
You can do it.
I believe in you.
I can't. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing is that I just don't like Till, you know? Alright, we got the flush. Okay, he's got a set of 8s. We got him. Hold.
Tell him he's got a lot of class, and it's all low.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Brantzen Poker Vlog. Today, we're at the Poker Face Ash / Suited Superman Meetup Game at the Hustler, playing 2-3 no limit. I buy in for $300 and slowly give my money away to the woman next to me. In fact, the whole table's doing that, as Kim is up about $900 in the first 45 minutes, winning about 75% of the pots. The first big hand I'm in, I pick up kings in the low jack. I make a standard open to $15, the cutoff calls, and the button raises to $55. I've seen this player act with aggression, often having some pretty questionable hands. He seems pretty willing to gamble, and king seems like a pretty good hand to gamble with. I go all in for $226, the cutoff folds, and he says,
Alright, I'll give you action. You have a pair?
No ace though.
You're good.
I show my cards, and somehow they manage to be good on this board. After that, I move tables and look down at king queen off in the small blind. The under the gun +1 opens to $15, the hijack calls, and I decide to just call this time. The flop comes out 5 queen jack with 2 hearts, and I check as I would do with all my hands. Both of the other players check as well, and the turn comes an offsuit 3. Since the pre-flop aggressor checked the flop, and the hijack checked after that, I don't think either of them have a hand that connects with this board. At least not very well. I bet less than half pot, $20, to try to get value from any jacks or pocket pairs. Only the hijack calls, and the river is an ace. I check, and the hijack bets $35. I'm not folding my queen for such a small bet, so I call, he flips over pocket 2s, and I take down the pot.
Yay. I made a silly loss.
Well, lucky you, sir. You're gonna be in 2 hands in a row when exactly 1 orbit later I pick up ace-king in the small blind. Our same opponent from last hand opens to $12 from the hijack. $12 doesn't even cover my gas money, so with this premium hand, I decided he's gonna pay for a full tank. I bump it up to $45, he calls, and we see a flop which comes 6 queen 10 rainbow. I have 2 overs and a gut shot, so I continue for $50. He goes all in for $148 total, and it's time to do some mental math. It's $98 more for me to possibly win a pot of about $400. This means I have to win at least 25% of the time for this call to be profitable. If I think that a jack, ace, or king will give me the winning hand, then I have 11 outs or roughly 44%. If he has a hand like queen king or ace queen, then I only have 7 outs or roughly a 28% chance of winning. Worst case scenario, my only hope is the jack, which would give me 4 outs or roughly a 16% chance. I think about all the gas I could buy for $400. I call, the turn is a king, river 8. I show my cards, he shows ace queen, and we take it down. Next up, I have jack queen of hearts in the small blind. There's a straddle, the cutoff limps, the button limps, and I'm definitely gonna raise this one up. I make it $35 and only the cutoff calls. The flop comes ace-6-2 with 2 spades. This hits my range, so I make a c-bet of $50. He goes all in for $230, and I'm over here trying to win an Oscar, pretending like I actually have a hard decision to make. Does anyone else do that, or am I the only one? If you do it too, let me know in the comments, and while you're at it, if you could throw a like on this video, I'd really appreciate it. I of course fold, and we're moving on. It's been a great meetup game so far. We got Fish, we got Superman, we got Ash, we got Pluto? Anyway, my man Fish takes a nice win with 3-5 suited and a double board bomb pot.
How you feeling?
Oh man, what a sweat. What a sweat.
Good for him, just don't take any of my chips, okay? Back to the hands, I pick up Jack 9 suited on the button. Ash opens to $12 from the hijack, and I decide to throw in a light 3-bet in position. I raise it to $40, and then the big blind comes out of the shadows and 4-bets to 140. Ugh, I really know how to pick the right spots, huh? Ash folds, and at these stakes, people don't really put in 4-bets unless they have a monster, so I let my cards go as well. Next up, I pick up King 9 of spades in the low jack, and I open to $15. Only the big blind calls, we're heads up to a flop which comes Queen 9-5 with 2 spades. This is a great board for my particular hand, as I have a flush draw and middle pair, so when the big blind checks, I bet $15 to start building the pot. And to my surprise, the big blind raises me to $50. I call, and the turn is an offsuit 2. The big blind checks to me, and I decide to check back since I still have decent showdown value with my pair of 9s. Hoping for any spade, king, or 9, but the river comes an offsuit jack, so not a card I want to see, and the big blind bets $65. This just smells like value to me, and so I fold once again. At this point, I feel like a king, the king of a little place called Folding. You might have heard of it, it's right between the countries of middle pair and missing the flop. But you know what, I'm tired of it, so I call a couple of other kings for help. That's right, we pick up pocket kings in the big blind. There's a straddle, and the under the gun opens to $30. Then the hijack goes all in for $115, and the action folds to me. I have $352 left in my stack, and I think about my best option. If I go all in, I think it lets the under the gun fold out a lot of hands that I'm beating, like 9s, 10s, jacks, ace queen. If I just call, he might just end up shoving himself. And if he doesn't, I can just go all in on any flop without an ace. I call the 115, the under the gun goes all in, and I couldn't be quicker to snap it off. The under the gun shows queens, I flip over my kings, and the hijack flips over jacks. The board runs out clean, and I win a solid pot. Okay, last hand on the vlog, I have 8-9 suited in the cutoff. Fish opens to $15 from the hijack. I definitely want to play with him, and this hand seems great to mix it up with. I 3-bet to $50, then the small blind decides to cold call my 3-bet, and Fish, the guy I wanted to play with, folds. Alright, well, the flop comes out Jack 6-2 rainbow. The small blind checks, and I am not going to win it here with 9 high. I do have a few nice backdoor draws though. Any 7 or 10 will give me an open-ended straight draw, and a heart will give me a flush draw. I bet $45 with the intention to keep barreling if I pick up a draw on the turn. However, I'm not given that chance as the small blind raises to 145. Well, looks like I'm back to folding. I see a few more hands, and then I rack up, cash out, and call it a night. Alright guys, we are done with our session. We were in for 300 and out for 693, so a profit of 393 tonight. It was interesting. The night started out, we basically got up to 700, within a couple hours, and then we were just super dry. Every board just missed. Didn't matter if we checked. If I c-bet, I got raised. It was just pretty bad. Slowly bled down, and then luckily got those kings hand. And so yeah, overall, I played okay, but I don't know, just couldn't hit boards, and that was kind of a bummer, but I'm glad to make a profit. So yeah, I'll see you next time.